All right, in this video, I'm going to show the progression of an agent from starting to also building their business and collecting renewals, getting personal bonuses, team bonuses, etc. So what I'll show you is, what I've seen from, people that have sold their companies in the space. They're mentoring me, and this is a progression that they go through, right? They start as an individual agent. They start selling at a high level, and this is where the majority of the money that they make comes from, right? You have to be a leader to the new people you bring in, so you can't put the cart before the horse. You have to learn how to sell so you can actually teach people how to sell, right? We're fortunate that we bring people in. I know how to sell. We have sales trainers. We have uplines of uplines that teach people how to sell, and people that make $300K a month teaching people how to sell that also have teams as well, of 100 plus agents. So that's the progression. Is you start personally producing, then you start building a team, right? You might build a team when you start, 6 months in the business, or you might build a team, 2 or 3 years in the business, or when you just start. It just depends on your growth in the business and how willing you are to show up to work every single day. Because if you're going to lead a team, man, especially in the first couple of years, you have to personally produce. It's your full-time job. And then you also have to build. So this is where the majority of your income comes from, is personally producing, not building, right? The building comes from, bringing on people and having them scale their income, which takes several months to do so, right? It's not a get rich quick scheme. We're not acting like we're bringing people in and then changing their lives in the first couple months. It takes time, right? You want to have, stable personal production, and then also building a team from like 7 to 10 p.m. You're taking recruiting calls, you're going over scripts with new agents, you're getting them trained up, and then getting them, scaling their personal income so then they can also recruit people. So every single agent that's new, is personally producing, right? You go 6 months down the road after you get in, then you start to invest money into leads for new agents. You might start investing into social media, different ads, different systems, and you might be, I've seen people break even for a year and a half, but then they're making $250,000, $500,000 a month, after that period, because they've reinvested so much of their money inside of the business, right? It just depends on how quick you want to scale. I'm personally putting a lot of my own money back into the business because I want to scale quick. We're getting a new office in Scottsdale, and we're going to bring in a lot of people there. So I need to have systems in place, which we do, right? But I want to be able to be in a position to invest into my agents' success, to see them scale their income, and then they also build teams as well. So I'm committed to every team member seeing success, and that's my main metric that I'm looking for. Is every single person that I bring on needs to be producing at least 15K issue paid per month, because I want the team average to be that high, right? The industry average is like $2,000 a month or $5,000 a month. Our team as an agency of 190 some people is, I think it's around 12K a month. But I want to have young guys that are showing up, 12, 15 hours a day, that really want to make something happen in business. Even if you want to show up 40 hours per week, fine with that. But you won't build a big business. Just going to be real with you. You're not going to have, 50, 100 agents. You're not going to be able to manage all those people. And 50 plus agents is very hard to do. That'll take, maybe a couple years for most people. But seeing that success that quick is going to take, 12, 15 hours a day. That's just the average that I've seen people that are building at a high level. That's what I see people that are, really scaling the business, scaling their renewals, and scaling their personal income and team income. So it takes a lot of work. It's a simple industry, but we have systems in place to scale, and then you can plug and play in those systems and then show up, all day, every day. If you want, you can build a massive business. So that's all I have for you. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me. Be happy to share, my results, as long as, you're willing to hop on a 10, 15 minute call. I don't have too much time, but if you're interested, I will talk to you.